Hello and welcome back to Lessons in Attachment. So today we're going to talk about something that I think so many of you will feel like to your core, to your bones, is something I know all too well. And it is that idea of when you think that you're being abandoned and you start to act so out of character that you don't even recognize yourself. You become a version of yourself that you know is not you. I remember thinking, like, that isn't me. You do things where you act out of character, lose a sense of yourself, lose your dignity, lose your values. And it tends to be when you are feeling some kind of threat to the relationship that you're currently in or the person that you are currently attracted to. You become someone you just don't recognize. It's really like you feel like you leave yourself behind, or you feel like you leave yourself somewhere, becoming someone desperate, anxious, panicked, irrational. Please let me know the words that I'm missing in the comments if you're watching on YouTube. And I want today to talk about why this happens. I want to talk about actually kind of like going beneath the surface a bit with this, with the panic. And I guess what I want for you is to walk away knowing that you can come back to yourself. You don't have to stay in this cycle, even if right now you're in the middle of it, you're in the thick of it. This is about a moment with people that get you. That is me, and that's the other people listening. Just connect to them for a moment. There are thousands of people listening. Connect to them for a moment because you're not on your own. There's going to be loads of people also listening to this having an aha moment. And this is actually the perfect time for me to let you know. You guys will know that I use this podcast to let you know the current projects that I'm working on. And for those of you that are looking for something free, and for those of you that are ready to make an investment in yourself, it's actually one of the smaller investments of what I offer. I just want to let you know about that. So I recently ran a workshop to help you break the cycle of an anxious pattern that you're currently in. That is the Breaking the Cycle workshop. In that, we talk about why insight is often not enough for change. And I share a model with you that looks at the cycle you are currently stuck in. And trust me, I've had so much incredible feedback on this workshop. So go and watch that if you haven't already. I know plenty of you have. And also for those of you that are willing to make a small investment in yourself right now, or small, I'm saying small, I appreciate that's not small for everyone. It's from stuck to secure, 21 days to breaking the cycle. On the 1st of June, I am going to be dropping into your pocket every day for 21 days. Think about mini podcasts where we're going to be giving 21 tools, 21 bits of wisdom, 21 bits of information to help you to break into the cycle that you're currently stuck in. We're going to look at different areas, the thoughts that you keep having, the stories that you're telling yourself, the behaviors that you're falling into, the physical symptoms you're feeling, the triggers. For 21 days, you're going to have a 21-day challenge, basically. Think of it like that. But you're going to walk away with tools to make you feel grounded. Let's even go for like magnetic and, of course, secure. Go to the link in the description or go to my Instagram, carly.ann_, and sign up and join us. That moment where you feel or fear being abandoned, you can feel them pulling away or you think that they're pulling away. That will usually be something by just a feeling sometimes, an unanswered message, a slight change in tone. A common one people will say is they stopped using emojis, a plan that falls through or a plan that is changed. And I'm not saying about this being accurate or not accurate. I'm just talking about the moment where you feel abandoned and suddenly your entire body is hijacked. You are spiraling, your thought is spiraling. The stories you've probably already been making up, they're starting to feel really factual. and you're having all of the physical reaction, your heart, your stomach drops, you checking your phone over and over, the impulses to do these things. You start to do the things that, do you remember like last time it happened and you promised yourself you weren't going to do this again? You start to fall into that pattern again. Maybe you shut down completely. Maybe you go straight to bed. Maybe it's straight to the bathroom floor, calling in sick. I can't make it. I can't do this again. That's something you'll be telling yourself. I can't go through this again, not again. And you start to lose touch with yourself. This is where you might not even recognize yourself. This version of you, you guys know my mission is to let you know that you're not crazy. You're not broken. You're not too much. You're enough. This part of you is scared, wired for survival, wired not to go through this again. Something deep inside of you in this moment is so fragile, feeling so unsafe. And it feels like you need someone else right now to be okay. Let's think about like how you're wired to look at things. Like, let's bring in a little psychology, I guess. Our brains are wired to look for confirmation about what we already believe about ourselves. Yeah, so we already believe something. So if deep down you believe in some way that love means being left or needing someone is bad, it always ends in them abandoning you, you're never chosen, you're always forgotten. If you carry an old belief that people pull away, when something happens, you're going to link that in some way without knowing to that belief. Your brain is constantly scanning the world, especially your relationships, your phone, for evidence that these beliefs are true. And the problem is that you will find it. Your mind filters everything through that lens. It colors everything in that lens, and you will find it. The delayed reply becomes rejection. The quiet tone becomes their coldness, the confirmation that they're pulling away. That cancel plans become abandonment. And I know that some of you will say, but that does come true. It has come true. Maybe that's true, but there will be times where you've not been abandoned, you've not been left, or it's actually been amicable, but you're not feeling that, you're not noticing that, and you're making judgments about your future based on this. Confirmation bias is when you have, and anxious attachers fall into this a lot, it's a self-fulfilling cycle. What you believe, you look for. You're like a magnet to it. What you look for, you end up finding. What you see and believe, you end up reacting to. And when you react from those beliefs, the anxiety is so strong, and you start acting towards the other person as if they know what stories you're telling yourself, as if that is all true. And obviously that's not the end of the world if it is someone that's like treating you poor and you are tapping into that, but still that would be a case of, well, how are you then communicating that? And are you walking away for good? Are you setting clear boundaries? The problem for many of you is when this is happening with the person that is not pulling away, or they're not pulling away yet, because this behavior can still be changed. You've still got time to be secure. But sometimes people, I say yet, because sometimes it's a hard behavior to live over and over again. But it's not impossible. You can still have anxiety and be in healthy relationships. Absolutely. But I'm digressing, going back to the point, it feels like hell. It really does, because your nervous system, your brain is reacting to something from your past as if it's happening now. So the fear of abandonment it feels like it's happening now. Whatever's happened in the past, or the person that's hurt you in the past, this current person is becoming all of that. You're placing all of that fear, all of that doubt, all of those feelings onto this situation. It's about what happened before. It's about the moments in your past, often in your childhood, when love felt uncertain, when people didn't show up. And we've got to break into this. What are the first thoughts that come up to show you that your abandonment wound is being activated? What's the first urges in your body, the first signs in your body that this wound is being activated? The sooner you can tap into that and notice it, the better. We want to break into the cycle as soon as possible because it's harder to get out the deeper we go in. The more we start to overanalyze and think, and the pain becomes worse and worse. And that's why we're doing the 21 days to break in the cycle, because we want to tap into it as soon as possible. When you feel abandoned next, you're not just responding to this person. I want you to remember that. You're responding to every person that's hurt you before. It's becoming like bigger than this situation. Your body keeps the score. Your nervous system remembers. It's why it feels intense, unbearable. You are not overly dramatic. You're not too needy. It's how we react when we're experiencing that fear of abandonment. You are human, so it means that you are absolutely wired for connection. And when that feels threatened, you as an individual and us as a collective, let's be honest, we go into overdrive. The panicking, the clinging, the acting out, the shutting down, it's the protective part of you. There's a part of you inside. You tell me what it's screaming. What's it screaming? Don't let them leave. Don't go through this again. Make them see that you're the one. You've got to come back to yourself in these moments. For me, I'm going to help you to break the cycle, and that is going to be part of coming back to yourself in the moment. But some tips: name what's happening. Literally say, this is my abandonment wound. I'm stronger than my abandonment wound. Literally breathe into your body, create safety, bring safety into your body, get perspective that you're safe, that you've created a life for yourself, that you are more than this person, that you have other relationships. Speak to that inner part, that inner child, that hurt part. I see you. I know you're scared. I get you. God, it makes so much sense. As much as you can, and take this one easy on yourself, okay? As much as you can, don't act from the panic. Let things play out a bit. Don't spiral into the over-texting, the over-explaining. Let this pass. When it does, your confidence is going to build each time that you're able to respond instead of react, okay? I know how difficult this can be. I know it can feel like you're crawling out of your body. I know it can feel like life or death in that moment and like you need this person. When you become afraid like that, that's not who you are. You have so much more to give. And that's what this healing is about. You can rewire your beliefs. You can rewire your nervous system. You can rewire your response when you feel like someone's abandoning you, so that you don't have to chase, beg, lose yourself. Okay? So I hope that that has been helpful. There's a few tips in there, but hopefully just that awareness and the compassion that I have for you, hopefully that's helpful. And the free workshop, I encourage you, or I would absolutely love to be in your pocket for 21 days, mini podcasts, really supporting you with the thoughts, the feelings, the behaviors that you're experiencing, you know, to delay those responses. I'm going to be here for you. I am here for you anyway. I'm going to be here for you in your pocket for 21 days, starting June the 1st. Do not forget, you are enough, you are lovable, and you are so, so worthy. And I will be back right here soon. And follow me on Instagram, carly.ann_. My followers are not growing, and I would like to meet you there. See you guys soon.